here then. I'll put ours on. Carnival team, wasn't it?
That's it. There's a big one. 14 premierships from 17
17
years.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. See, have a look at that. 14 premierships in 17 years. Yeah. 9 straight.
9 straight titles.
Yeah. Fun.
Thank you. We look younger. That's the main thing. Oh, God, can't believe I look like that.
I remember the one we lost, because we just lost, I think it was Loxton, because I wanted to win 10 to get on the front page of the Pioneer.
Everything, we just enjoyed everything we did.
And if it was a one-off after 20 years, you'd remember it, but because we won so many, it was all happy. Happy.
I can remember we were sitting on the side of the court, right, and we had won the game. We were so excited, and we just sat there because in the end we were that exhausted from winning and the excitement and that we just sat there just in dead silence, I think it was, for a while. And,
unbelievable.
And it was just unbelievable, you know, the achievement. And as I said, there's been so many things, but that was the one where you just sort of sat down and just thought, what have we done? We've done this, you know.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, you can't believe it, no.
Just like a family, wasn't it, really?
We sort of strive for the top all the time.
It's still family-like, isn't it? We still all know one another's families, and when they suffer, we suffer, and, you know.
I just don't think there'll be another team around like us, actually.
My name's Margaret Lambert, and I'm almost 93 years old, close to 93 than 92. And I live in Berri, and I've been tied up with the Berri Netball Club for over 50 years. Can't remember quite how many, but I've made lots of friends there, and that's the important thing. And I think that was the important thing of our winning so many premierships, because we won 14 premierships in 17 years. And I'm sure it was because all the girls combined as a team through friendship, you know. Yeah, it's kept me active, had 5 children as well, and started playing for Berri in the 50s, only in 50s. The court was over behind the old tennis courts on the Riverview Drive, which are now the hotel units. And there was one court over there behind the tennis courts. And because there were no lights on the court, we used to train on the Berri Footy Oval, with the court lined out in front of the Berri Grandstand. First I was coaching Berri and then North Berri, and then later North Berri changed to Berri.
We won quite a few premierships, and I think the reason why is because there was good morale amongst the players. We all got on, we all backed each other up, it didn't matter what. My name is Pat Watts, I'm 80 years of age. I commenced playing for Berri in 1967, well, it was North Berri then. Achieving what we've achieved, winning premierships, and as I said, friendship amongst the people, and to this day we're still all friends, and I think I have achieved a lot.
I was there for the 14-year dynasty out of 17. We had a really good group of players, even though it changed a little bit over those years. You know, we'd get somebody leaving or somebody coming in. But no, we had a lovely time. We had a great coach who kept us together, Marg Lambert, and we did lots of social things as well. But we also learnt a lot about netball, and we were all keen to learn.
In terms of some of those really wonderful years, I was not quite as old as the others, but I was on the tail end of them. I remember playing in finals that, you know, we won because we had that belief, and then we've had finals where we possibly should have won and we didn't win because we've been undefeated and then lost by 1 in the grand final and things like that. But yeah, it's been a really successful journey. But even besides the premierships, I think the friendships, it's a good sense of community considering it goes back, you're going back, 50 years.
Well, I started coaching when my daughter started playing under 15s. We had been here since '87 and I was an umpire for midweek ladies, but yeah, got involved with the club when Melissa started playing under 15s. So I coached her for a couple of years and then Mary coached her in under 17s and then I went on the committee and then it developed from there on the committee and then secretary for, I hate to think how many years, probably 15, 20 years as secretary. So, well, I think because when we moved down to the tennis club, Gary, my husband, was standing around talking and he was president of Berri Lawn Tennis Club and I was secretary of the tennis club as well as the netball club. The netball club desperately needed new courts and the tennis club, they needed to upgrade their synthetics. So Gary comes up with this idea, why don't we amalgamate the two clubs? So the facilities were great for both clubs. So that was a highlight. Thankfully, Gary thought of the idea and both clubs were very in favour of it happening.
I came to the Berri Netball Club in 1993 as a player. Played my first season in the A2 team as captain and we took out the premiership. And then from then on was basically various roles in the club from coaching to being on the committee, president, and being very heavily involved in the club. The biggest highlight for me with the Berri Netball Club was around friendship. Meeting so many wonderful friends along the way who I still have connections with now. And even though in my time that I was here, we had one A-grade premiership really that was our highlight. But just being a part of a club and a team and that family, yeah, that's the best part about it.
I think a lot of people, even new to the area, are surprised by the input of netball into Berri Netball Club, and it's great. You know, I think for girls to be involved in something and meet new friends. And as part of Berri Netball Club, they've really advanced over time, not only in uniforms, they've changed the uniforms. Back in our days it was a tunic, and then it came to skirts and tops, bodysuits, back to dresses. So it's been a significant change over those years.
And then from the bodysuits, we went to the A-line dresses. That's just how, Adelaide were doing it, so we were copying Adelaide, I think. My name's Diana Carney, and I came up from Adelaide in '91 after marrying a local lad. And I think the choices for me were having children to meet people or playing sport, so I chose sport. Felt too young to have children. At that point it was North Berri was where we played, and we were black and white. Really enjoyed meeting people by playing sport, and Sally Teely convinced me, I'm not quite sure when, but to become the president. I don't know why. So that was a new learning curve to be president of a netball club. The biggest memory, I guess, most exciting thing for the club was when all 13 teams got in the grand final. And that was the article I was trying to find. The front cover of the Murray Pioneer had every player at Berri that was going to make the grand final.
I was fortunate at a young age to play A1 under Joe Brand, which was amazing, and that was in 1987. So that was my first premiership win. My next one was in '98, which was a terrific grand final. But I really do remember the 2001, which was a fantastic side, and that was coached by Sally Teely, legend of the Berri Netball Club.
We welcome you to the Riverland 2000 A1 Netball Grand Final. I'm Wendy Gambling, and my co-host for the game is Janice Scott. Welcome, Janice, once again.
Hi, Wendy, and it's great to be back. Welcome to the viewers around the Riverland.
fire from the word go. There was no stopping us. So we had a terrific start from the moment that whistle blew.
They're just about ready for the start of play. Berri have the first centre pass and they're going to the left of your screen. First pass is away there, and Alan had to look elsewhere for her first pass, goes into Keatley, who's going to be instrumental tonight in their play. And
you know, that quarter we scored 18 goals to Renmark's 7.
Berri, year 2000 premiership holders of A1 Riverland Netball.
I think, you know, the wonderful friendships, long life friendships, and, you know, being in a premiership is pretty special. And I think, you know, the older you get, you then you realise how special it is and the wonderful memories that you do have of, you know, that special game and the wonderful friendships after. Long, lifelong friends.
Great netball for us in the river.
We have a great following here now with indoor stadium games Friday nights with A1 and A2s, and we've had lots of things happen in that time that we were at the club, and lots of things have changed and advanced to modern times now, but it's just marvellous to go and watch netball in an indoor stadium without standing out in the rain and the cold weather and everything. And I think, you know, we've got a really good following now. You know, all the clubs have got people following their games.
My name is Jenny Letheriadis. My mum is Chrissy Letheriadis, and I've been involved with the club since I was pretty much born. Ran around the walls of the outside courts and inside here as a little kid. And from then on, I've played all my juniors, all my seniors at Berri Netballl Club. So on Tuesday, a group of us went down to the Barmera Library to go through over 47 Murray Pioneers, spanning over, I think, 27 years of worth of, you know, Murray Pioneers, to find out about the history of the Berri Netball and Basketball Club. I think that one of the biggest things that, like, I guess altered my perspective would have just been like looking at it over the years and just how much it's evolved since then, and like all the groundwork those amazing ladies put in to make the club what it is.
And, you know, I think it's great that it's still grown as much as it has, with a lot of people behind them, a lot of great people. And I think, I mean, all country associations run on sport. And all their friends are country people who play sport majority, and that's what thrives families.
Yeah, I love the game. And I think I see young people just grow in confidence, and I love seeing players and their full potential. But I also, I think it's really good grounding for our community, that netball's such a great game, and it's great that we can provide an opportunity for anybody to play netball locally here in Berri. I've been involved with the Berri Netballl Club for many years. As a junior player, when I was about 7 or 8, I played netball at the Berri Junior Netball Club, and then just progressed and have been playing netball, coaching, umpiring on the committee for several years, and was fortunate enough to be a life member a little while ago, and I'm also a life member of the Berri Junior Netball Club.
You think Berri are going to win?
Yeah, of course. Yes. They seem to be a young, lively lot, so we'll just have to wait and see. Whatever the teamwork is, the best teamwork will win. They say when you read a book, you're never lonely. Well, I say when you play your sport, you're never lonely.
I think tonight's going to be just a really good night to set the tone for the season, and I'm really excited for not only the Berri girls but just for the life members to see the way that the club is still evolving and continues to evolve.
That is the main thing of playing, and loving your sport and being friends with the people you're playing with. So everyone was best mates and they all wanted to play for one another. And of course you've heard the saying that a champion team will always beat a team of champions.
That